Hachette Audio presents Heat Storm, written by Richard Castle, read by Robert Petkoff.
Every writer needs an inspiration, and I found mine. Always. 1. Storm, October 2016. The foreigner's chest was broad and powerful, and the arms that hung on either side had a solid, useful look about them. His torso tapered to his trim waist, underneath which his thighs bulged back out again. Crowning this impressive example of the human male was a square-shaped head, atop which sat a thick thatch of wavy dark hair. In truth, it all might have been too much, too action-adventure hero cliched. This stunning physique with the square jaw and the perfect teeth, this man who seemed to have been ripped from the cover of a Victoria St. Clair romance novel. Except, of course, there were the eyes. They were eyes that teased and danced and loved, even when the rest of the foreigner's demeanor was serious. They were eyes that had seen much. They were eyes that missed little. So, yes, he was handsome. Some would say ruggedly so. The foreigner was dressed in black tactical gear, a bulletproof vest providing a comforting embrace. Standing next to him, a head shorter and half his weight, was a man wearing the squared-off green uniform of the People's Armed Police, the largest branch of China's Ministry of Public Security. His shirt was tucked neatly into his belt in a way that suggested a perfectly flat stomach. His insignia marked him as a colonel. His name strip contained Chinese characters that are commonly translated into the Roman alphabet as Feng. He smoked an unfiltered cigarette, its lit end glowing orange in the pre-dawn dark. When he exhaled, the smell of cloves filled the air. The men stood side by side on a small bluff. The foreigner's binoculars were trained on a warehouse below them, a two-story painted steel structure with a flat roof and no windows. The only points of egress were the front door and a small hatch in the roof. The building was almost conspicuously spare, like its owners had worked so hard to make it seem unremarkable that it actually stood out. There was no signage, no attempt at landscaping in the weed-choked lot that surrounded it. The parking area, which was covered in crumbling asphalt, contained a smattering of vehicles, mostly older. It was illuminated by a single floodlight on a pole. There was no sign of movement outside. Most days, very little happened there. But every once in a while...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?